episode of Outcasts to Icons. And as always, guys, if you are enjoying this series, please do drop a like on the video. Now, in our last episode, we were unceremoniously thumped at home by Greuther Fürth in a game that I didn't even really think we deserved to lose, let alone by a 3-0 scoreline. But sometimes shit happens. And that was back-to-back defeats for us, which was a little bit poor, and 3 and 4. So you do have to be careful with that. And we needed to try and get back on a level footing, basically. We've had a decent time, but unfortunately, because everyone around us keeps bastarding winning, we really are struggling to gain any ground on the teams above us, and it's quite frustrating because we're just right there but never quite get enough done to actually try and overtake some teams. It's a shame, but I think next season is going to be much better. Now, the issue we've got is that with all the debts that the club is in, when it came to renewing some contracts, because there was a load of contracts that were expiring and some quite decent players, unfortunately, because the shocking state of finances when we came in here, the board will only let me offer players like £250 a week. I've had to basically set for release about 30 people because I cannot sign them to any contracts. They just won't. Come on, they want like £9,000 a week, and I can offer them £250. It's crazy. So that's going to be a real trouble. Hopefully, when that goes, we can sort that out in the summer. But we're going to have to completely rebuild this squad over the summer, and hopefully, I'll be able to sign some players. I really hope I do, because I won't be able to keep us up next year without any players. That's going to be terrible. We've got some good guys coming through the youth academy, though. In fact, we did have a youth intake, and I forgot about it in the last episode. So I'm just going to quickly take you in here and show you the players that came through. Let me just see if I can find the bastards. Right, here we go. Oscar Marino is a winger, and I must say, I'm pretty excited about this lad. You know, they reckon he's got a lot of potential, so I'm up for that. And he's a winger, and yeah, I'm liking him. He could definitely be a good left-sided winger for us in the future. A couple more. Emiliano Lecai. Okay, so he's 15 years old, and he's balding already. I feel sorry for you, sir, but hey, well, he's got more hair on his chin than he does on the top of his head. Impressive. Yet another sort of winger, but he can play in the middle as well, and he's a sort of shadow striker type of player. Yeah, well good. Shadow striker with one finishing. Lovely old job. And finally, the other one that I was sort of pretty damn pleased with, this is Uger Bulut. Apologies, I think he possibly has Turkish descent. I can't be sure. There's a lot of sort of nationalities. Let's check it out. Yeah, he's of Turkish descent. There's quite a few players of Turkish descent in our youth academy, as well as Polish. So, yeah, he looks like a relatively decent central defender as well. His heading is decent, his tackling is decent. His marking isn't superb, though. So, yeah, there's that to talk about. Now, let's get into what we've had this month with regard to the actual fixtures. Now, we started things off incredibly strongly, bitterly, against Heidenheim, who are bottom of the league at the time, and we just tore them limb from limb. Seriously, it's my favourite performance from us so far. Takashi Enui has been unbelievable, and yet again, though, we came from behind. Louis Sampson put Heidenheim in front, and I was a little bit scared, admittedly, but on the half-an-hour mark, Enui made it 1-0. Then it took us till after half-time to actually continue, and Kapushka made it 2-0, and then, well, a quick-fire double from Enui made it 4-1, not 2-0, 2-1, and then Kapushka added a penalty to make it 5-1. We were fantastic, and it's those sort of performances that make me think that this team has a lot to offer still, and I'm looking to try and get the best out of them in so doing. Next up, we had 1860, and they were third in the league, or was it second, at the time we played them, but we were at home, and we really did, you know, assert our authority on this one. Yet again, coming from behind, Thomas Nowachian gave them the lead just before the hour mark, but didn't take long for Takashi Enui. He's now up into the top scoring list for this league now, because he's been so good for us this year. And Christopher Julien actually did get a goal. You know, after the live com we did against Greuther Fürth, we actually got a question about why our centre-back hadn't scored. Because he's a centre-back? Just a thought, you know, just a thought. Alexander Ring then added a third goal, and we come from behind in 2 games in a row to walk out pretty comfortable winners. But if we do need to stop conceding these early goals. We did it against Kaiserslautern too, and managed to turn that one around pretty comfortably. But I just don't like conceding those goals. It's just not the way I like to do it. But if it works, it works. Next up, we had St. Pauli away, and I really wanted to go there and win, and I think we probably should have done better. Looking at the stats for this game, we had 3 good opportunities, and we really should have taken one. At one point, Enui was through on goal, and he just didn't bother to actually try and take it around. You know those ones where they're through on goal, and you know they're going to miss because they're square on with the keeper, and they don't even attempt to try and take it around the goalkeeper. But it's just one of those. It's nice to see that Sydney Sam's at St. Pauli as well now, and Philip Schauner is still there, so that's kind of cool. Anyone else still there from our days of St. Pauli? Not that I remember any of those. So yeah, there you go. A 0-0 draw away at St. Pauli, not ideal. We managed to bounce straight back. We've had some of the lower teams in the league in the last few matches, so that's been pleasant. Ingolstadt were another that was sort of 13th place. And once again, Takashi Enui got us the winner. It was a much tighter game, but the red card to Fred Matondo helped us out a great deal, because around the sort of time that happened, we were starting to look a little bit iffy, and we sort of just killed the game off for us at that point, and we were able to just walk out with a 1-0 win. Nothing special, but a result nonetheless, and that's what we needed in that one. Next up, though, away at Paderborn. I have no idea what happened here. We were poor. We didn't deserve this game. We were very, very poor. They took the lead through Perrinson on just 2 minutes, and it kind of just got worse from there, basically, as he added a second just after half-time. And, like, we looked okay for the rest of the first half, but in the second half, they must have changed something at half-time, and I couldn't figure out what it was because the system remained the same. We did get one back, though, so it was a really strange passage of play. Like, within about 10 minutes, it was like 4 goals. Rurka got one back for us and made it 2-1. Suddenly, you're starting to feel a bit more confident. But a quick-fire double this time from Volker Reich, which is an incredibly aggressive-sounding name, made it 4-1 to Paderborn, and we were done for at that point. Kayan Akinci got us one back again 2 minutes after that, and unfortunately, we just weren't able to drag ourselves back into it after that. Stefan Adler added a 5th for Paderborn as we sort of bombed forward. I made the mistake of trying to go overload at that point, and they didn't actually catch us out that much, but they did in the 87th minute, and it cost us in the end. So this all leaves the league looking like this. We are 9th place. We've got 49 points on the board. We've just never been able to seem to get out of this spot. We can go up as high, technically, as 7th today, I think. That's the highest position we would have been in this entire time. We can't catch Dusseldorf. Dusseldorf, though, are still in a battle with 1860 to actually maybe go up into the playoffs, so you never know. And we slipped off there. He's got 16 goals, so that's not too bad for him. But we shouldn't be losing against teams like Paderborn. It's just unacceptable, even though it was away from home. But we beat Heidenheim 5-1 away from home. So, yeah. Also, just to check out, Leipzig are still top of the German league, and in fact, not still top of the German league, they've won the German league. That is incredible. Red Bull Leipzig are champions of Germany, and by 3 points over Wolfsburg, Hoffenheim, Dortmund. But look at that, Bayern are down in 9th. They won the league last year. It's incredible. And despite that, they've got Memphis Depay, and they're still the 9th in the league in Germany. Impressive. The bad performance from them. Roberto Carlos has not done a good job there, it would appear. Also notice Brendan Rodgers is now managing Schalke, so there's that as well. Anyway, let's take a little look at the squad before we get into today's game. Top goal scorer is Enui now with 20. He's really stepped it up for us, and it's a shame he's not going to be able to stay beyond the end of this season because we just can't afford him. Julien, the thing about Julien, he can play as oh, that's why. Right. Okay, I understand now. I hadn't actually had a proper look at him. That's why they keep asking if he's going to be scoring goals, because he can play as a striker as well. That's really strange. And he's a real player, so that's different. I must admit, I've never seen that before. Assist-wise, it's Bojic with 8. I'm hoping that we can get that up a little bit next season. Pair of the matches, of course, is Enui. Average rating is a 7.4 for Lehmann. Oh, we're going to miss him so much. Key passes is 46 for Bojic. Key tackles is 18 for Weissenberger. And, of course, interceptions, 150 for Rurka. Value is Kapushka. So, let's jump into this fixture. We just need to get ourselves... We're at home, and then again, that's not made much difference lately. I just really want to see if we can maybe... We're at Augsburg. Who are they playing? They're at home to Union Berlin. In fact, it's 7th versus 6th. So if Augsburg win, there's a good opportunity for us to... Oh, no, shit. Who else is... Right, who's 9th? Who's 8th? And who's 8th, basically? Dynamo Dresden. They've got a tougher game than we... Ooh, actually, it's going to be really tough. I think we're going to end up coming 9th. But look at how far Kaiserslautern have fallen, considering we beat them in our first game in charge. They've not been on a good run as of late. We're just going to do our best here, basically. We've got a relatively full-strength team. There's a few players out injured, but Ring is the key one for me that's out injured. Annoyingly, Farid Abderrahmane came back from injury, and the next news item on the same day was him being out again for 7 weeks. So the day he came back and resumed full training, he was injured out again, like instantly. Oh dear. Anyway, let's get into this. Let's see if Enui can finish the season on a high. Is Weissenberger not... The great thing to do, the Weissenberger can actually play in here quite well. And if we've got another centre-back on the bench, I'd be tempted to put Julien in here. Yeah, I'm going to do that. It makes more sense to me. I know there's a few... No, actually, why was my assistant doing that? That's really strange. Bojic on the right here. Lehmann in the middle. Montero. Oh, look at Lehmann. He's come along so much this season. Why are we... Abu. I can't believe that they're getting rid of him for free. Anyway, let's get into this game. Hopefully, we can finish the season on a high and win this one. And, just keep going. We're still, of course, doing our Continental Pro license, so that should help our managerial stats a little bit more when that one comes to fruition. Let's just jump straight in here. Oh, Brown Day. Oh, Brown Day plays for Dusseldorf now. I suppose, yep. I really don't know how this one's going to go. I'd like to think that we can win it. We've had that fantastic first live-com episode against Kaiserslautern away from home, and we've not lost that many games since then, but Jesus, that one against Greuther was a pain in the arse. Hopefully today we can get back on to good terms with ourselves and sort of give me an idea of who I need to try and which positions desperately need strengthening for next season, basically. That's sort of going to be part of the deal there. Munich are beating Dynamo Dresden, so that could help us out. You know, if we can pull up a win here, that would be just brilliant. Oh, that's poor. Zyro. Oh, God. Don't let them counter on us, please. That's something I've noticed, actually, that we're more susceptible to counter-attacks for some reason, even though it's the same tactic. It must just be the players we've got. I think if I can sign players that are specific to the positions, then we might have a better chance. Kapushka, there's a ball around the side for Ennui. He's got to score. He has to score. What is he doing? Doesn't matter, because he's placed it back to Weissenberger, and it is 1-0 to Hertha Berlin, and we would push ourselves up into 8th place with that. And, you know, it'd be 8th place, but it's only 6 points off of the playoff spot. So it's not a bad little turnaround. I think we've certainly improved them since we've joined the club. And look at the start to this game. It has been all possession-wise, chances, pass completion. Look at this for composure, though, from Henry. There's 3 players around it. I'd be annoyed, though, to be fair, if that happened to me. But it is 1-0, and Weissenberger, I'm glad we didn't play him at centre-back today. He's done well for us there. We've started this game incredibly strongly, and that's a great start to the game. Dynamo Dresden have equalised. I don't know if that'll put them back above us or not. I don't think it would, though. I think a win... Oh, yes, it would. Damn it. Oh, they've taken the lead. That's the reason. Damn. Foot are beating... Oh, Augsburg are behind, though. So there is a still... In fact, that would put... Yeah, now we could potentially still find ourselves in 7th today. That's the highest we can finish this... Oh, come on. What the hell happened there? Zyro. Good save from Kraft. I don't know why it froze a little bit. That's a clear-cut opportunity, apparently. We've started well. We're doing okay. We're a goal up, and that's the main thing here. We do need to close down Zyro a little bit, though. And Dynamo Dresden are now 3-1 up against 1860. So... Oh, Actually, yeah, I am impressed with their solid defending. For once, usually that always ends up with a negative reaction, but we've actually not conceded, so I will let them off for that. At this stage, we'd technically only be 4 points off of the playoff spot, which is saying something about the way we've changed since we took over. Thankfully, Ramirez has just run that straight out of play. Let's just mark a few more players up. Enui's ball in. Bojic, it's 2-0 to Hertha, and that should be us done for the day, but you just never know what's going to happen. We've apparently slipped back down to 9th. I'd be a bit disappointed if we came 9th, to be honest, considering that when we joined the club, I think we were in 9th, and we've actually not managed to take them up the table at all, despite winning a lot of matches, which is a bit of a shame, really. Oh no, not a goal from a corner, please. Oh, off the bar. Well done there. Kaiserslautern now beating Greuther. It's very, very tight at the top there as well. Look at that. Third place has 55 points. And then there's a load of teams in there. There's so many teams that could potentially go up. It's an incredibly competitive season for us at the moment. And then we've moved up a spot again now because Union are now winning again at Augsburg. Zyro there. They're having a lot of shots, it would seem. But they're not having that many long shots. They're just not really finding the target that often. We do have to be careful, though. Oh, mate. Poor defending, allowing that situation to even happen. 2-1, okay. Well, there's a lot of suggestions for players to mark. I don't want to do too much of that because it can sometimes drag us out of position. Now, what can we do, maybe? What kind of... Is Weiss an advanced... Yeah, he is. I'm tempted to bring him on, actually, because Kapushka's not had the best game so far. I just don't like Halstenberg at the moment. He's pissed me off with his actions, and he's just not as good as our current fullbacks, who both of which might not be having the best games, but are actually doing okay. Actually, no, we'll get him off of Vucicevic, yeah. Let's go. 2-1 up. They're hitting the target. They've really come into this game in the second half with this narrow system that they're playing. That's probably the issue for us here. But I'm not really sure how we can combat that at the moment. That's the problem. Weissenberger. Weiss, there's a man over on the right-hand side. It's Bojic. Is there a supporting run? He's going to end up doing nothing with it. And it's a penalty. Okay. I was a little bit dodgy on that one, I must say, but it does look like we're going to get a penalty, and I've rarely ever seen penalties missed, so this, in theory, if we score this, it should be able to wrap up the game for us, in theory, and it's Weiss to take it as well. Can he score? He can. It's 3-1 to Hertha. A little bit against the run of play lately. They've had a lot of shots in this second half, that's what I must say, but I don't know, they can't be creating too many good opportunities because we'd be seeing the highlights of it, so it does look like 8th place, and that would be a relatively good we've only gone up. We would have only gone up one place, but the amount of wins we've notched up, I feel like there's still potential there for a promotion push next season if we can get our tactics right. Excellent, an injury. That is exactly what we needed right about now. What live con would be complete without an injury? Wait, what am I doing? Why would I bring him on when we've got Akenchi? He's not perfect in that role, I must say, but can Montero play them? No, we'll just go for it. We're 3-1 up now. We just need to finish this game off. I wouldn't be surprised if they nicked one late on, maybe a long shot or something, but for now, we're looking okay. They're having quite a lot of long shots now. It would seem like they're pretty much just shooting from range. Uh-oh, Dumbo. Oh, the ninth wonder of the universe is through. Oh, god damn it. And Union are completely... Yeah, they've done Augsburg now, which means we are actually going to finish above Augsburg, which would be quite cool. It's a shame we didn't quite get 7th, but we've done well. You know, we're beating a team above us in the league again. We've got a minute to go here. If we grabbed another goal, that would be a little bit unfair on them, I'd have to say. Montero over on this left-hand side now. He's got support out wide, but he's not really making a supporting run, unfortunately. Weiss, ball through for... Oh, Kenchi's made it 4. Well, I guess that kind of makes up for the poor performance against Paderborn. We've beaten Dusseldorf by 4-1 here. This tactic has definitely got some legs to it, even at a higher level than the Kazakhstani league. I'm liking it. I'm thinking the Christmas Tree of Doom might well be the tactic that we use henceforth in this save. I mean, an 8th place finish with Hertha here will be a solid one, and some of the wins we've had have been really good. You know, 5-1s, 5-2s, 4-1s. We're looking good. We've still got the occasional blippy result, but 2 assists this time for Enui. So all in all, a fantastic performance there. Ends up with us finishing 8th in the league, but still only 4 points off the top, not off the top, off of the playoff spots. And I think, you know, we play like that all season. I think our form, I wish there was a way of showing your form before and after we've taken over. I just wonder if we can do that, actually. Let's take a quick gander. We're only 16 minutes in, so let's just take a quick look at the team stuff here. Oh dear. Form, I suppose? Well, we're second in the form chart, but that's only over the last few matches, so it's difficult to really... you know, see how that's worked out. I don't think you can show overall. No, it's a shame. I wish you could actually look at form over like the last few matches. That'd be quite cool if you could do that. Oh, hang on, pass positions. What am I talking about? No, that's not worth it either, is it? Yeah, so that's a shame we can't actually look at those kind of stats, but there you go. Let's just see if we have any players up on the team stat, on the player stats one. We've actually got quite a few. Key passes, Bojic is right up there, but I feel like next season someone's going to win that for us, and obviously Enui has 17 league goals, which is not bad either. What else have we got? Kraft is up there for appearances as well. Obviously games won, it is a Florian Klein of Hallischer. So... there we go. Obviously, in the next episode, I'm going to be doing a huge-ass rebuilding job over the summer to try and get this club ready for a new season, and I really do want to try and push for promotion to the top flight next year. I feel like if we can get the tactics solid, which it already is, we won't have to worry about that. We can play some friendlies to do maybe tweaks. I might work on building a second tactic. It just depends on whether I've got the time at the moment, because I'm quite happy with this one, and I intend to sign players to fit a system that are going to play this tactic. I'm predominantly going to be looking at young players, because we're not going to be able to afford proven quality at this stage. We're going to have to take a little bit of a gamble on some of them, and we've got some youngsters coming through the club that look fantastic, and maybe a full season for them next year could do them some good as well and aid their development. So guys, if you like what you're seeing, please do drop a like on the video, and if you've liked it even more than that, please subscribe to my channel for more Outcast icons and other goodies in your inbox every single day at 5:30 and 8 o'clock, and I will see you guys in the next episode for whatever game is the first game of the season, basically. I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye.